we were close friends. Got me thinking about cutting off whoever I'm talking to. Don't want no one to interfere with me getting closer to you. Sweet lady, don't wanna waste time. Don't mean to be disrespectful, but tell him you gotta go. I've been peeping you from a distance and mind the way you move. Damn, baby, it's something about you. You made me wanna change my ways. Tell him I got a girl if they asking when we ain't even together. It's just something about you that I can't shake. Give me your heart, girl, I know it's at stake. Block every number in my phone, that ain't you, cause you're the only one I wanna talk to. Tell the homies that I can't make it tonight. Just wanna lay down by your side. Make this thing last forever. No better place I'd rather be than together. Bonnie ain't got no woman like a queen of slam for you. There's nothing I won't do.
I just don't know, man. You know, I just ain't never met nobody like you. You know, I'm willing to go there. Are you?
Block every number in my phone, that ain't you, cause you're the only one I wanna talk to. Tell the homies that I can't make it tonight. Just wanna lay down by your side. Make this thing last forever. No better place I'd rather be than together.
Already late. And we back again, man, for another instant conversation. And you're back with the livest Tuesday crew on the social media. Myself, if you don't know me, you know I'm Jay Lyrics. Got my brother behind the microphone, Mr. J. Douglas the 13th.
Yo.
They can't hear you picking up the
Yo.
And you know, it wouldn't be, you know, last week we started on time. Oh, 15 minutes. Then back again for episode 27, and we are 20 minutes late, but that's okay. Before we get into it, I do want to introduce a really good friend of mine. She is a returning guest. She's been here several times. One of the only people that I know I can call, especially when it comes to females, to come on the show, and you know, she's not scared. She's not scared. She don't care what I'm gonna say. And you know, we get a little reckless sometimes, but it's cool. She always says she always has a great time. And it's I don't know.
Hello.
It's been a while, man. It's been a while since I seen you. You're doing a lot of different things. I've been, you know, I'm following you, doing a lot of different things. Now, with you back in school for your doctorate?
My doctorate.
Jeez. I'm trying to finish up this damn bachelor's. I get doctorate.
This is it. It's a lot of work.
Why you need all that education?
Well, I want to be on my own school, my own private school. So it's just having that extra title behind it that give people like, oh, a doctor.
Are you trying to be like Dr. Umar Johnson?
Oh,
Have your own FDMG?
Yeah, my own private school. So
Oh, that's cool.
It's in the works right now. I just have my tutoring business, so and that's where it's pretty well.
So you're gonna be a principal?
I don't want to be a
She
principal.
wants to have her own school.
I want to have my own.
You want to
I'm
own?
not gonna be the principal.
Oh,
I'm
you
gonna own it.
you gonna own it?
Hire a principal.
Oh, okay. I thought you wanted to be hands on with the kids.
I do. I don't want to leave the classroom. I still.
Oh, you still gonna teach
I still want to teach.
and
I want
own?
to be-
Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Shout out to Mississippi, man, doing really big things, especially when it comes to education. That's super important. Like I'm trying to finish up my degree so I can go into education. So that's real big, man. Shout out to you. But as always, man, we're gonna get right into it because we are behind. So quick shout out to all of our sponsors. Oh, this shirt I'm wearing, I'm glad you asked. Oh, shout out to my guy, Harper Customs 90. That is his tag. You can go find him on Instagram. He make all these cool shirts. I think mine says, I'm gonna get hot. So for all of you custom tees, go holler at Harper Customs 90. Tell them J Lyrics sent you. You know, make it a discount. You may not. Got my flyers, brother?
Yeah, we ready.
Which flyer you got first?
That's still happening? Oh, that's already happened.
That already happened.
That's what we got right
This
now.
is one I'm really excited about, man. No, that already happened too. Get out. This one I'm really excited about, man. The Inner City Tour. It's big, man. If you have this phone now, bro.
No, I'm trying. Make sure the sound right. Sound crazy.
If y'all can hear me say yeah. Yeah, I know y'all. I know y'all can't say yeah. Maybe having a good time this tour today, man. But the inner city training tour, this is a big deal for anybody who's as an athlete, whether they are a youth athlete, 5, 6, 7 years old, or they are teenage athletes. We're going to all of the inner city, quote unquote, hood areas, Eureka Gardens, Hilltop. What else? What the other ones on there, J Dub? Uh,
Justina Road,
Justina
Out
Road.
East, Lackawanna, Mixon Town, Eureka Gardens, Kent Knight, Sherwood, Eureka Gardens and Lackawanna is on August 11th at 10 a.m. to
No
noon.
Moncrief.
I mean,
What's
Moncrief, that's
wrong?
Hilltop, ain't it? Hilltop
Oh yeah,
and Kent Knight.
Right.
45th. My bad.
So pretty much all of the places in Jacksonville that will be considered the hood. Not only is he doing this training there, he's doing it for free. It is free training. I repeat, it is free. If you have an athlete and you want to make sure that they get the top of the line, first shout out to Global Training. They got some really, really good trainers over there for all positions, offensive, defensive. When I tell you, man, these guys, they train NFL athletes, they train college athletes, they train kids on the way to college, and they also train our local Part 1 kids as well. This is a big deal, and take advantage of it. It is free.
And when is this?
This is going to be August 11th.
Okay, so maybe
12.
give me that flyer. I teach on Moncrief, so I can shoot that to my parents.
I will definitely send it to you, man. It's August 11th, 12th, and the 13th. On the 12th, I'm actually going to go
the week before school start, actually,
which is perfect.
Yeah.
So on the 12th, I'm gonna go to the where is that on the 12th, J Dub?
Hilltop, Kent Knight.
What time? The first one is in the morning.
10 a.m.
The 10 a.m. I will be, and that's at Hilltop. I will be at that training on August 12th at 10 a.m. with my camera crew as well. And anybody who wants to come to the show, if you bring your athlete out there to train, you get free tickets. So don't miss this opportunity, man. What else we got? Of course, always got to give a shout out to Tutti Frutti by Nicole. We're still working on our flyers because we got this new stuff. We done upgraded, new equipment and things. So we gotta get our new flyers. But Tutti Frutti by Nicole, man, for all of your edible arrangement needs, your charcuterie boards, all that cool stuff, man. If you're into fruits, if you're into your cheeses and your meats, I'm a little bougie, so I like to get my charcuterie board and my wine. So I definitely hit up Tutti Frutti by Nicole, and you can follow them on all social media platforms at Tutti Frutti by Nicole, just how it sounds. Tell them J Lyric sent you. You may get a discount. You may not. Summer Nights, the concert, August 12th, hosted by none other than the most unfiltered comedian in the city, Mr. J Douglas. If you missed an intimate conversation with J Lyric, the concert, if you missed One Night in Harlem with J Lyric, you do not want to miss Summer Nights, man. It is going to be an amazing vibe. We're going to be a live bar. Tickets are on sale now. Just go to Eventbrite, type in J Lyric, or hit all the links in my bios. Y'all already know the deal. Go get your tickets. Go get your tickets now, man. Space is limited. Y'all, if you've been a live bar, you already know how it is when it get packed. It will be of your best interest to make sure you go ahead and get those tickets early. Anyway, let's get to it, man. Let's get to it. But before we get to it, J-Do, you play video games, bro?
Yes, sir.
So I had a buddy of mine. I was at work, working from home, and I was playing my Call of Duty, right? And I had posts like, man, somebody join me on, Warzone, whatever. So one of my partners, he was like, I join. I said, all right, bet. Send him my little tag. He's like, yeah, man, let me finish my grits and eggs, whatever, and then I'm gonna get on. Cool. It's on social media. Then he texts me privately and says, oh man, my girl, I thought I was gonna be able to get on the game, but my girl, she tripping. And immediately I'm thinking, and you're a woman, so maybe you can spread some light on this, man. Make sure y'all, I need y'all to call in today. I need to
get some feedback, especially from my females, man. I need some feedback because I want to know what the issue is with men playing their video games and why he has to be allowed because his girl was tripping, so he couldn't get on the game. Like, does she tell you when to go to the bathroom as well? I'm just curious. You know what I'm saying? No, to each his own. Everybody's household is different. But what is going on in the house to where playing the video game is an issue?
Well, you would have to. It varies from house to house. You would have to ask him on why maybe he needs to do something around the house. He's been on the game all day. I've never had an issue.
I'm grown. If I want to be on the game all day, I can be on the
Uh,
game all day. Why is that an issue? Me playing my video
It
game.
varies from house to house. You've been at the house all day, nothing is done, and you just put on the game. You're an adult. You have responsibility. You're still not a child.
First off, why you watching me and what I'm doing all day? Obviously, if something needs to be done, why you can't do it? And then I can play my game. Now everybody winning. Now you can't complain about what the dishes not being washed. Wash them so I can play my game. I'm just curious. I just want to know.
Can I tell the truth what it is?
Tell the truth, Jack, because I want to know.
Women don't like you. Women do not like to see men
having fun. Don't say
significant other enjoying themselves without them.
That's a lie. Well, I guess it's because I'm even an introvert inside a relationship, so I could care less about you being on it.
It's so much. It's so many things that you can do, like, other than being bothered by him playing it. You can go. This is the time you to go catch up with your friends or catch up with your soaps or whatever episodes y'all watching. No Teen Mom and Love of Hip Hop. And
as a woman that's a gamer, what was before I got so busy, I can't answer that because I've never had an issue with my partner on a video game.
I never had an issue either, but it seems like I got a lot of friends who run into this issue where they can't get on the game.
Call them up.
Right, we about that's what hey, listen, I like that. We about to get some of these jokers on the line. And hey man, we calling you from the show and we want to know.
It varies from household to household. Maybe like seriously, he needs they have something to do, or maybe they haven't spent no time together. And hey, the kids are going. And
we live together. If we living together,
that's not this. Oh,
if we
God.
living together, we spending every single day,
that's not
every
me.
moment together.
No, that's not me. Y'all are spending time together. That's because y'all.
You know what? I saw one of my favorite TV shows. Right, is My Wife and Kids. That's one of my favorite TV shows.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of learned how to be a dad from My Wife and Kids. I mimic Michael Kyle, bro. Like, I like how he handles situations.
Mm-hmm.
One situation was him playing the video game. And Jay, if you watch the show, his wife's name is Jay. She just was like, oh, we're not spending no time together. And she was like, made a big deal, made him go to therapy, all this stuff, right? And Jay Dub, you might be right. Because what this man did was, okay, let's go to dinner. He took her out on a date, wined and dined her, like, did everything, then came back home and went to get on his video game. And she was still bitching.
Mm-hmm.
Still like, I literally just took you out on it. I gave you all, I paused my game, I did all this stuff, and I came back to play my game. And you still made it.
Women don't want to see your life without them. Women don't want to see your life without them. Because they see you on the game, you smiling, you having fun. They not involved, so they like, yo, if I leave, all this nigga gonna be doing is,
but listen,
he gonna be smoking his J, playing his game.
If that's the case, see, me, I can't speak for everybody, you know what I'm saying? And I started not to speak for I can only speak for me. I'm a man that, for instance, I got into martial arts, right?
Mm-hmm.
I've been doing martial arts for like almost 10 years, right? But I got into martial arts. I always liked karate and shit, like growing up watching Bruce Lee. Michael Jai White is my favorite martial artist. He's actually a black martial artist, playing all Tyler Perry movies. But anyway, so I was already into that. And then my second baby mom, she's a black belt. So she was in martial arts. She went to practice like once or twice a week. And I started going to practice with her. First, I started watching, you know what I'm saying? And then one day they asked me to get involved and I got involved, right? And that was one of the things that we did to bond with each other. That's something that she was interested in.
that I gained the interest for, and then it became my own interest, right?
Mhm.
And that's something that we did together. That's what I would do. You know what I'm saying? If I felt like, oh, you need to, oh, she's doing the karate, so she's not spending no time with me. Why not learn what your partner's doing? If it's that big of a bother, oh, he's spending too much time with this game, why not learn how to play? Why not learn how to play instead of complaining about him playing the game or you on the game too? If you actually learn how to do it and you actually do it with me, you may enjoy it. Now it's something that we can sit up here and do for hours. We can smoke, pass, and play the game, you know. But I think I agree with J Dub. They don't want you to have no life
Nope.
outside of them.
No, if they
Again,
see
I
you,
can't
if they
speak
see
to
you
that all.
chilling or living your life and it don't involve them, especially if you at the house, you ain't even got to be cleaning up.
And you
They-
know that from experience.
Yes, they just want you in their face.
Man, quick shout out to my dog P Stacks and my guy Anthony Beatty. Both of those guys, my battle buddies. Well, they were my sergeants when I was in the military, but they always been rocking with me for the longest, man. So shout out to those guys. Now I recently just opened up for Lyfe Jennings, and that was an amazing experience, bro. I literally opened up for, like, you know how some people go, they open up at shows and they got like 17 people that open up, and then 45 minutes later the real act comes on. That's
Mhm.
not what it was. I hit the stage, 2 minutes later Lyfe Jennings hit the stage, man. It was an amazing experience, but I just had to mention that, had to throw that out. And we
You didn't advertise. I didn't see you post. That
well, so it wasn't something that, it was just something, it was last minute. Shout out to my team, man. Shout out, y'all see them, y'all like the new space? I like the new space, bro. Shout out to Level Studios, because they the people that got me the opportunity. This is my management teams over here. This is why, you know, the new home for the podcast. This is why I recorded my last 3-4 albums. Everything was mixed, mastered, recorded, produced right here. Most of the beats right here. So for all of your, they shoot videos, they edit photos, they do everything here. This is like the hub in Jacksonville, man. So if you're looking for any recording, any producing, any mixing, mastering, videography, photography, anything, make sure y'all come to Level Studios and let them know that J Lyric sent you. But that's how I got the opportunity. It just was last minute. My manager called me and said, "Hey man, you want to open up for Lyfe?" I was like, first off, why you calling me and asking me if I want to open up for Lyfe? Just say that's just say yes. You know, so that's why I didn't really do a lot of promoting it. But it was a amazing event, man. Shout out to Lyfe. Shout out to the Natural Beauty Fest. Some of y'all may know about that. It's an event that happens every year. It was a lot of fun, man. A lot of different vendors out there. I met a lot of different people.
Got some footage.
I do got some footage. Shout out to my guy ebook Snap, man. You can follow him at ebook Snap, just how it sound. I got some photos. I got some live footage of the performance that'll be dropping soon. Probably be dropping here soon at the end of the week. Michael J. Lyric, he's stupid. Shout out my guy Aura, man. But the footage will be coming soon. But it was a good time. I had a really good time, bro. I had a really good time. I'm gonna tell you about a situation that happened after.
Sir,
after
we need to
got
stay
off.
on topic because you
We do.
just all over the
I know.
place.
I'm just giving some shout outs real quick. But you know what we're here for? We're here for what makes a man or a woman unattractive. And the reason that's the topic tonight, because I've been seeing a lot of women. Maybe I need to clean up my social media. I think that's what it is. But I've been seeing a lot of women. Because sometimes when you see a bunch of stuff that you know what I'm saying, that doesn't resonate with you, that you don't agree with, it just
They're gonna push that shit on you anyway.
you got to start cleaning up. But I've been seeing a lot of women post about how men talking about sex early on in I guess the dating process is unattractive. And me personally, I think talking about sex as early as possible is, you should, especially if you're talking about dating. Like, for instance, why? Because it's just as important as everything else. When we need to stop acting like sex isn't part of relationships. Like, it's a benefit. It's supposed to be a benefit. The reason I'm with you so I can have as much sex as I want with my partner. When women like to take that off the table. But we can talk
we have to ask what you mean, because a lot of people nowadays think sexual degeneracy supposed to be a part of a relationship?
Okay, so what do you think? I guess how okay, so when you're talking about sex and you're bringing it up like on the first conversation, what are you saying? Because we might have different interpretations of what men are actually saying to us to at the beginning versus what you. Now I agree, sex should be talked about first or as soon as possible, but it depends on what it is. If you were saying that you want to do all these things to me and want me to send you this and that on the first conversation, as soon as you get my number, no. Do you want to talk about that? As far as what I like and stuff like that, that is totally different versus you just wham bam.
Send me pictures.
Yeah.
Let me see your titties real quick. Man,
Yeah.
listen, hey, I'm not saying that's what I do personally,
But that's so I'm asking
But,
you. Like,
I mean,
what are you referring to when you like you should bring it up? What are you bringing up?
like
Yeah,
the,
what is-
like the frequency, like
How often we gonna have
okay,
sex?
so
yeah,
that's reasonable.
that's
Yeah.
that we should have that conversation. Like
Mhm.
how often do you like sex? Do you even like it? Like what does it mean to you? Like I'm a sexual person. So first off, if we start dating, right? If we start talking, women have this unrealistic expectation. I'm a single man, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if I'm a single man and we start dating tomorrow, as a single man, I probably come with single man tendencies. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I probably have women that I was dealing with, probably had women that I was sleeping with, right? So most women, because they post it all the time. Oh, when we start talking, I need to get rid of your hoes today. Cool, no problem.
Mhm.
They ain't gonna get
No
rid of their
problem.
hoe.
You want me to get rid of all my hoes today, yet you don't want to have sex with me.
Right. So
That makes no sense. You can't tell me to stop. You don't want to have sex with me. You want me to get rid of all my hoes,
Mhm.
and you want me to be only for you, but I'm a sexual person. So until we establish, you should be either you're gonna have sex or you're gonna be okay with me having sex with somebody else until we establish a more secure relationship.
That's
We should
understandable.
be establishing some dick discipline, some sexual discipline. I think this culture that we
Yeah, you
got
always
now,
listen, man. You
this
always
culture we
you
got
always
now is
talking about
just
sexual discipline. It ain't about
sex.
sexual discipline. We're talking about in a relationship. I'm not talking about
A
sleeping with
relationship,
15 guys.
bro. A relationship that's going to last longer than the prime sex time, which is probably like 6 months, bro. It's going to take more than sex.
What's most important in a relationship, though?
If you in a
What's
long-term
most
relationship, the sex is going to get stale, bro.
Okay, but what's most
Well, sex
important?
isn't the only thing that's important in a relationship. Communication. Definitely.
Communication, building, future. If y'all got kids,
Building that
making sure those
foundation.
So
kids
how come
best.
we can talk about
they can
all
be.
that stuff? We can talk about building. We can talk about kids. We can talk about how we gonna move. We can talk about everything except for sex when we start.
Let me throw you a curveball. You building a relationship with this woman,
Mhm.
and it's heavily based on sex, right?
Mhm.
You go out, you hurt your back doing a flip outside with the kids, right? And you can't have no sex. No serious shit. You can't have no sex for about 6-7 months.
Yeah.
But you done got with this heavily sexual person.
Right.
She done build up a tolerance and a habit for that.
Right.
She's not gonna be able to cut
first
that off,
who
bro.
says the relationship has to be built off sex? All I said was it's okay to have the conversation.
No, it's okay to have the conversation, but that shouldn't even be like the first thing you talk about.
What should be the first thing we talk about?
Just
like what?
Character, bro.
There's a lot of things.
What's
you can
your
talk
character?
About, because if you don't know a person, there's a lot of things you can ask.
Right. Sex is one of those things because you don't know me.
These days, the first thing you
know
ask somebody, do they know God? That's the very first thing you need to ask somebody.
That's not the first thing you need, because first you need to find out if they believe in God. That's the first thing. What do you believe in?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, what's your belief?
God.
Because you might be having, you don't know what type of spirit you having sex with. Right. Yeah, so you have to be, you have to talk to these people and see what their sexual experiences have been, and see if that's something that you want to be involved with. I don't even think like the pleasure part of sex. I just think that's just the craziest thinking now. You got to think about back in the day when your father used to make you marry a man. He wasn't caring about.
My father ain't marrying no man.
You know what I mean? Women, when they used to give their daughters away. Your dad wasn't thinking about, I wanted my daughter finna get some good sex out of this relationship.
That's not his. That's of course not.
Because that's how much it doesn't matter to the empire, bro.
No, bro. I have kids, you have kids.
Mhm.
What? Of course, I'm not worried about if I hope my daughter gets some good. That's stupid.
Mhm.
So why would he even? Of course, he's not.
But
gonna
this is
think
what I'm
about that,
saying. But
bro.
when they used to base relationships off of that, that
First,
wasn't
they
even
built
the
relationship-
thinking.
It was on money, actually.
They didn't
That's
even
what I'm
care.
saying. Business.
It was about uniting nations
Mhm.
when they
Wow.
fucking arranged marriages.
Yes.
We're not. But guess what? I know we're not in those times, bro. We're in times where we actually get to be with people that we like. Most of those arranged
That light
marriages,
shit fade, bro.
And some
feel
people
you.
not marrying for love. Some people are still after money.
right? Some people their parents just not choosing. They're choosing now.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Which is fine,
Mhm.
but that's not the point. The point is, sex is part of the conversation. We can talk about everything else. We can talk. Man, I'm telling you, I had this chick, man. She hit me up. I had no intentions on going anywhere with her, but I just kind of wanted to play the conversation. I already knew where it was gonna go.
Mhm.
And she started talking about how she wanted to go out and have drinks and stuff like that. Wanted to get together, want to go out and sit down and talk. I said, cool, we can do that. She was like, is this going to be a date or is this going to be Dutch? Right? And I said, well, that depends on what's happening at the end of the night. And so she proceeds. Granted, I still haven't said that we got to have sex. I just said that depends on what happens at the end of the night. So she proceeds to go like, oh, well, what do you want to happen? And I was having a conversation earlier today with my cousin. I was like, if we was in a relationship, right? If we was in a committed relationship, date night will be so different compared to date night when we first started talking. Usually, 9 times out of 10, if you in a relationship with your person, y'all go on a date. After the date's over, when you go back home, you probably gonna, if y'all live together, y'all don't live together, y'all probably gonna go to each other's house, and that's when the nightcap happens. That's when there's gonna be intimacy, gonna be all these things. So you mean to tell me that's how I date, right? I am not going to date anybody that I can't get that from. I work hard for my money, and I'm not just saying before y'all attack my DMs, and I'm not saying, because she said the same thing. You mean to tell me if you spend your money on a chick, then she got to come out her panties? That is not what I'm saying at all. What I'm saying is, if we want to go out and have a good time, it's gonna always be Dutch, and you should be okay with it always being Dutch until we establish a more refined relationship. Like we're talking.
I'm definitely okay with that.
We can go hang out. If the true intention is to go hang out and get to know each other, you paying for yourself and me paying for myself should not be determining factor. Oh, I ain't gonna go.
That, especially if I don't like the day and I don't plan on seeing them again. I pay for the both of us. But like, I got it. I don't want you to say I don't know.
Another reason I don't date unless we are in a serious relationship. So I was at a event one time, right? And I had just stopped talking to this chick, right? And I'm performing at this event. And as I'm performing, I look up in the crowd. Guess who's in the crowd? We had literally just stopped talking maybe a couple weeks ago. I look in the crowd. Guess who's in the crowd? That same chick that I was talking, that was beating down my goddamn door about, how much you care about me, all this stuff, hugged up with some other guy right there at this event. You know what I'm saying? This is why I don't go on dates with people that I'm not with, because what if that would have happened? I take you out on a date, we out in public, and then J-Dub walks up. Like, oh, what's going on, Jay? I said, hey, yeah, man, this my lady, Epiphany, whoop, whoop. And then a couple weeks later, J-Dub is on somewhere, he see you with somebody else. Now I look crazy because he see you out. That's why. Let me ask you a question. Are you opposed to, which I'm pretty sure you are. Are you opposed to first date, right? First date, we just start talking. Hey man, let's just go have a drink, and that's what you suggest. Let's go have a drink and get to know each other. All right, man. Come over. Let's have a drink. What's wrong with that?
You talking about to your house?
Yeah.
If I don't know you, no, I'm not coming to your house if I don't know you.
You don't know me to come to my house, but you still don't know, but you willing to go out in public house. If you got a
public where there's other people.
So
yeah, because they know if they come to the house, they getting smashed.
Well, that doesn't mean that, because I can say no.
Right, you can't say no.
You ain't finna say no once you come in that
So
crib.
what,
That
I'm,
liquor
so what I'm
start
saying
drinking.
is, if you have to even think that, hey, I gotta go out in public with this guy to be protected because there's other people around,
Mhm.
then you probably shouldn't be going out with me. Period.
No. First of all, y'all should be thinking about, okay, I don't know this girl. I ain't welcome her to my home because what if she robbed me? You don't know this girl, what she capable of. If she's trying to set you up, she got some niggas outside. Like, y'all don't think all the way through.
It's called discernment, right? So if we can't decide who these people are before, we shouldn't be going nowhere. Not home, not dates, not nowhere. If you got to think like, if you thinking like that about a person that you about to go on a date with, you probably shouldn't go on a date. I don't give a damn if it's in public or in private. Like, it should be the same. You should feel the same way about that person. And if you don't, then that's the issue.
That's okay. That's my boundary. I'm not going to your house. I don't care how you
I
want to
feel
look.
When
like-
when women come to the house, I never had too many women come to my place of residence first time and it didn't go down. That's normally once that liquor start licking and that's
Right.
smoking start smoking,
Right. This is going down.
they gon' smash. So I would understand a woman not wanting to go to the house because a woman may not want to smash, but you in that environment.
Man, listen, I've had several people that I kick it with that I kicked with before that came over. I'm going to advocate for you. I'm not taking you out on no date unless if I take you out on a date, I really, really like you, and I'm intending on this date to turn into something dead serious, like dead serious. If we just kicking and getting to know each other, bruh, Dutch or come or pull up.
Well, Jay Lee, you gotta think about it like this: you older man, mid 30s. Close
23,
23, pushing up on your 30s or whatever.
pushing up on 30, 23.
And 4 kids. You really shouldn't be taking no woman on no
bro,
date.
Why you call?
You said it.
They don't know that. Nah, the bullshit.
Oh, then you talk about
I
it.
love my baby, man.
You
Hey,
always numbering your baby
shout out-
mama. My third
shout out
baby
to
mama.
my babies, man. Shout out to my Journey, Junior, Josiah, Jamar. Love
And-
y'all jits.
And you shouldn't be taking a woman on a date.
Hmm.
You shouldn't.
Why that?
You shouldn't be because the money you have should be invested into your family and stuff like that.
I don't believe that.
Not to be getting.
I still gotta invest in me. Regardless if I got kids, I still
And
gotta
you
invest
shouldn't be
in me.
bringing women that you don't know to your home when you have kids that come to your house. You don't.
I think
go.
dating is
Well,
for young people.
Listen, I'm not like I said, bro. If you have to think about that shit, if I gotta think about, damn, I shouldn't bring the girl to my house because my kids they here. I don't need to be talking to her, bro. Like, I do not need to be talking to her.
But
Like,
you
seriously.
done had women go bad on you before though.
I've had women go south. It happens. You know what I'm saying? It happens. But I ain't never had no woman ever disrespect my children or try to rob me or no goofy shit like that. You know
Let me
what I'm
ask you a
saying?
question. I know this is a little off top. You had a woman mess up your car?
Absolutely.
Damn, you sound like that's
Absolutely.
more than once.
Nah, listen. And the crazy thing is, bro, that shit didn't happen until I got damn near in my 30s, bro. Like, I ain't never had no shit like that happen before. Bro, like, this motherfucker really, I'm talking spray painting my car. Bro.
Damn, I didn't know that.
My Camaro,
Oh,
the
damn.
white one.
Damn.
Spray painted it, bitch, whole whoop, whoop, all that stuff. All because of her emotions. All because I said that same woman that spray painted my car, I sat her down and said, hey, listen, what we're doing right now, which is fucking, is all we would ever do.
And
I
you were
would
just smashing
never-
her?
Word to my mama, I will never
But that's why I say
be
sex,
with you.
just sex ain't good because you got this thing now what people do is called hate fucking. Motherfucker hate you and still fuck on you.
That's fine. That's fine. You know what I'm saying? But we're not even talking. You talking about we're talking about sex and everybody. That's what we're talking about. We're talking about dating and sex. That's what we're talking about. We're not talking about just going out in the street and just fucking whoever. We're talking about we said we interested in each other. If we interested, then I should be able to say, hey man.
But she obviously didn't. Well, I don't know if she hated you because she's Spanish. I feel like people do some shit like that.
She ended up having my baby later.
Oh, okay. I don't want to go there then.
So,
all right. So,
but we're not talking about
back to the topic.
Yeah, we're not talking about sex, and we're just talking about, hey, I'm dating you. We can talk about everything except for sex.
We can talk about sex, but it shouldn't be.
The topic was what makes a man or woman unattractive, and women love to say that talking about sex early is unattractive. But what about talking about going on trips? What about talking about going on dates? That shit ain't unattractive.
Not if she got that bag and she gonna be paying. That shit is she
If we
talking
going-
that talk now.
If we
But
going
if she
Dutch,
broke, talking about going on trips, yeah,
Listen,
that's
if
unattractive.
we going Dutch, I'm with it. All dates, I'm a advocate. All dates, if you ain't with that person,
Mhm.
should be Dutch. Because that's how you're gonna get the real intentions.
Mm.
That person coming to spend their money to spend time with you. I'm not paying for your conversation. I'm not paying for that. We can do that for free.
Mm.
And if we can't do it for free, then you give me something up at the end or not, then we don't need to talk, bro.
Mm.
Like for real. Dutch, I think Dutch is the way. If we not together, Dutch is the way. And if you feel some type of way about it, if you're like, oh no, I ain't doing that, then you the problem.
And I think Dutch is the way for you, especially because I guess as you get older, especially even me, as you get older, you don't hold no value on no woman like that. You're like, I don't give a fuck, you come on. The motherfucker call you and be like, oh, I ain't coming. You like, good.
No.
I'm in my drawers out late.
I ain't gonna say that I don't hold value in it. I do. You know what I'm saying? It just depends on the woman, bro. Like she gotta be a special woman. You feel me? And
Then that mean, come on, bro.
it's some special women out here, man. It's some women that you can really have real ass conversations with, and they understand what you're saying. They don't have these unrealistic ass expectations of you. Like they know, bro.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have the ones that want everything given to them and feel like everything a man does is sassy and unattractive, and that's fine. Those women, let them women be where they at. You feel me? But I'm going Dutch. So if you're out here trying to date Jay Lyric and you ain't giving up no coochie at the end of the night, we're going Dutch.
How long?
How long are we going Dutch?
Yeah.
How long it take till we establish a relationship? How long does it take to establish a relationship before you say, hey, I'm gonna be with this person? It depends on the vibe. It really depends on the vibe. It could be after one night of going Dutch. Like shit, I had the best time of my life with this person, and I think I want to pursue something a little more serious. Now I'm gonna take out and I'm gonna pay. Men don't get taken out a lot, man. I think that's the problem.
I think we don't go for the right women.
Yeah.
We go,
yeah, because the ones that want to take us out ugly.
Not even that.
To be
you
honest.
know what I mean? We have to. It's just like women. Women got to get into them places where they get the ballers. Just like men, we got to get to them places where we can get the women that's doing their thing. They're not gonna be.
Listen, I done had women that got a lot of money and that don't mean shit. Them hoes still was expecting me to pay everything. Still, that's just how it works. I got a question for you. Wait, what? Or asked me, would he wait for marriage to have sex? Absolutely not.
Oh,
absolutely not.
You should be at this point, Jay Lyric.
Absolutely not.
Jay Lyric.
Are we getting married tomorrow?
Jay Lyric.
No.
As an older man, we supposed to be focusing on our relationship with God, bro. All that
I just
acting
you.
like we never
First
had
off,
no sex.
I just told you. You have to first verify that I believe in God. That's the first thing. You can't keep saying that we gotta focus on having our relationship with God. What if I don't believe in God, then what I'm supposed to focus on? Exactly.
That, you still supposed to focus on God,
Exactly.
supposed to focus on why you don't believe.
Why would I focus on why I don't believe when I don't believe? That don't make no sense.
Well,
that don't make no sense, bro. I'm not saying that I don't believe. I am a believer in God.
But then that's what I'm saying. As we get older, that's what we should be focused on. Not
my focus
having
on,
those.
I
mean, come on. At some point, we should want to do it the right way. Though,
what is the right way, J Dub? We have one life. You know that? Just
yes,
one.
But one life is not about getting all the pussy you can get in this go round.
Who said that? Would you please stop putting?
But that's what you making it seem like, yo. If I don't,
that's what you're hearing.
Okay.
I said we're talking about sex and dating. There's a difference. It's not about. If I was talking about fucking all the bitches that I come across, then we'd be having that conversation. I'm talking about dating somebody and sleeping with that same person that you're dating, not everybody that you find.
But this is the thing. I like what Aura said right here. You supposed to be out on the hunt, Jay Lyric, looking for the woman that helps you find your purpose in life, bro.
Period.
Not trying to see, okay, this woman finna fulfill my sexual urge.
That's our problem right there. We always busy looking for somebody else to help us find our purpose.
No, it's not help you find your purpose. It's to help you with your purpose. It's that helps
She
you
can't
with
help me
your
with my
purpose.
purpose. No
Yes, she
woman can help
can.
me with my purpose.
Yes, she can.
My purpose is my purpose because she has her own purpose. Unless her purpose is solely to help me with mine.
Yes, it is. If she's in her rightful order as a woman.
Nah, so now you're talking about something totally different.
What do you mean? That's the same thing.
That's my wife that you're talking about.
But that's why he asked, would you be willing to wait till you
Hell,
get married?
and I answered that very clearly. No, I will not be waiting to have sex. What?
You're
Wait
not
till
waiting to
marriage?
have sex, Jalen, because you
Waiting to
already
marriage.
had
Waiting
sex.
to have sex with this woman.
Yes.
Why would I do that? Would you wait to drive the car after you pay for it?
It depends on what I'm.
Exactly. No, you won't. It depends on if you ain't got no car, you got to get to work tomorrow. You just bought one.
No.
Wait?
I'm not finna wait about if I'm getting a used car.
Doesn't
No.
matter. Used, brand new. You got a fucking the
If I
only
get a
car. The only car you have is a Lamborghini Murcielago. You just brand new 2025.
Mhm.
You just got it,
Yes, I will wait.
and you got to go to work tomorrow.
Mhm.
You gonna catch the bus?
No, this is what I'm saying. I don't have to test. I don't have to test drive a Lamborghini before I buy it
Why you don't?
because I can afford the Lamborghini. I'm just gonna buy it.
That don't mean you don't need to test
come
drive it.
with
'Cause
some
what if you, I can
warranties.
afford it. What if I'm the car salesman?
Mm-hmm.
This nigga, oh, he got money. He ain't gonna test the Lamborghini. This bitch ain't even got no engine in it.
You got 0 miles on it.
It got because it don't have no engine. It got 0 miles.
They're not gonna
because
sell.
it has.
I'm a look
I
under the
mean-
hood. Don't mean I'm not
Man,
gonna
no,
test
you're
drive
not.
it. Just
Nah,
because I'm not gonna test drive don't mean I'm not gonna look under the hood.
Car analogy towards having sex with someone before marriage. That's just. But continue.
I think-
That's a fact. What analogy would you like to use? Would you do
Um,
anything? Would you go to work without a paycheck? Hell no. Nobody's gonna go to work and not get a check. You know why? Because you gotta pay your bills. You have to. That's a necessity. So there's no way you're gonna say your job tell you right now, hey man, for the next month, I need you to work, but you ain't getting no check.
Well, when you have sex before marriage, to me, when you wait to have sex till you married, you're more focused on the commitment aspect of the relationship more than you're focusing on the sex aspect of the relationship. So, like I said, you could go flip and hit your back and your jump every time you hit your magic stroke, your shit hurts, so you can't hit that spot like you used to. Then the sex may be whack. That's what I'm saying. It's about commitment,
What if the
bro.
sex is whack after I waited to get married?
Still, you still gotta be commitment. Then you gotta figure out how you gonna. Then that's when you
We
same
get a
thing
divorce.
when you with
Right.
same thing when you married. Same thing when you in a long-term relationship
Get a
and the
divorce.
sex get wet. You gotta figure out a way to heat it up. You gotta figure out a way to make it spicy. Sex may be good the whole time. That's ideal, but that's just not the be all end all of commitment, bro.
Sex is always good with me, bro. So I can't. It's gonna.
And I'm saying I'm not an
gonna always be
advocate of
good.
waiting to marry. I'm just saying, hey,
Definitely not.
that's
That was a good question, but I'm not doing it. Not
I can
doing
see
it.
relationships probably being more successful if we go that way.
I don't think so. I don't think so, bro.
Hmm.
I just don't. I don't think so. I don't. Waiting ain't gonna save the relationship.
Mm-mm.
It's not, bro. That's part of. Stop trying to take what's
I
part
mean,
of
if
it
that's your
out.
person, is your person, it's not gonna be that deal breaker. So I have friends that wait and then it still turns into shit. So it's
Has anybody waited? If anybody who's watching, if you ever waited to have sex, please chime in because we want to know how long did you wait? What did it take? Because not for me, man. I gotta.
I'm not waiting.
Sex before marriage is like eating candy to pass time to dinner. The candy is going to mess up the fullness of the experience with dinner.
That depends on your appetite. That depends on your appetite. It's funny you say that, or because I was raised to where, you can't drink until after you eat all your food. You know what I'm saying? You can't have no snacks, dessert until you eat all your food, right?
Mm-hmm.
But as now I'm a parent, I don't do that to my kids.
Why not?
Because as long as you eat it, does it fucking matter?
Yes, because it's always
doesn't
about
ruin your appetite.
it's
How does it
about
ruin your appetite
establishing
if you
discipline.
do it? That ain't got
Everything done in order. You do this, then you do that. You don't goddamn.
We
You
were
don't
trying to put discipline.
You don't take a
and shit that
bath.
ain't
You don't
necessary.
take a bath. Every discipline necessary everything because
No, it's
these
not.
it builds your character, bro.
Listen,
It builds your character.
if you
You
gonna
ain't
eat
gonna
all
you ain't
your
gonna take no
food-
shit after you get out the tub.
why not? If I gotta use the bathroom, I'm gonna wait till the morning or some shit.
No, but this what I'm saying. If you know you waking up first thing in the
before you
What
get
if
morning,
I
in the
don't know?
shower.
What if I don't know? What if I hop in the shower and like, oh shit, my stomach is
yeah,
dry.
but you gonna hop your ass back in the shower because you know what?
I'm
You're not gonna step
After I
out
take
of
a whole
order.
bath, I'm not getting back in the shower just because I use the bathroom.
Oh shit, that's me.
I'm not doing that, bro.
All right. Well, I like it. Yeah, I like to be.
As
fresh.
long as you eating, okay, like you say, we do things in order.
Well, I don't want to get
We do
vulgar.
things in order and discipline. That's what y'all niggas
That
love to talk about,
order.
order and discipline. But when you go to a restaurant,
Mhm.
when you go to a restaurant, they're gonna bring you your drink. You gonna drink that shit, right?
No,
Yes.
I never do.
You gonna so when
I
they
don't
bring
even
your
ask
drink,
for. I ask for water.
so you're not gonna drink your water.
No, I don't drink anything until
You don't drink nothing. They gonna bring you your water, and the ice gonna melt, and you gonna wait till
I'm
you
not
get
gonna
your
drink
food.
it. I'm not gonna. Sometimes I barely take a sip of anything.
I am going to drink the hell out of my free refills. They're free
No,
refills.
I don't think that. I think that's not a very good analogy. But you're
It's the
not
same
finna.
thing. It's the same thing as
You're not going
to
to go to a restaurant and order your dessert first. You're going to get the appetizer. You're going to get the entree. And then you're going to think about getting your dessert. You're going to do everything in order.
Probably won't. But if let's say the food taking too long, like I'm
You're going to have an appetizer.
I gotta
It's an
go get an
appetizer for that.
All I got left is this cupcake.
They going to bring the
I'm
cup.
finna
They're
eat
not
this
going to bring
cupcake.
that cupcake out first.
Bro, y'all we don't need discipline and everything. Y'all love to throw discipline.
because people need
'Cause
structure.
that shit-
or
Bro,
it's chaos.
How was that not structured though? Because I decided to eat. If I decide to drink my drink,
No, I'm not talking about that. You say a discipline and everything. Some things do need discipline. You need structure.
yes, because it's hard enough to get yourself on track as an adult if you don't have those little
And
tools, bro.
self-control.
Yes, bro. That shit is important. That shit ain't no overlooked thing. Oh, them old school stuff is what we need to bring back.
no, we don't. That shit was trauma filled.
No, it wasn't.
Yes, it was, bro.
Nah,
Yes, it
bro.
was.
That wasn't
The way that we
trauma,
grew up,
bro.
the way we grew up with us asking our parents, "Hey, where you going?" They telling us, "Don't mind your business." That's how you want to raise your child.
I mean, you can't tell
That's
everything
how you ain't gotta tell. It ain't about telling everything. I'm your child. Why can I know where you going?
because you need.
Because what if I need you? What if something happens?
Yeah.
What if why you gone? Oh, well, she said, mind my business.
But we know kids don't be asking for that
That's
reason.
not the
Kids
point.
be all
That's
being
not the point.
nosy.
That's not the point. The
Yeah.
point is you talking about these old ways that we need to go back to, and these
Yes.
old ways was shitty as fuck. These old ways was trauma filled. These old ways was unapologetic. These old ways taught us like these old ways treat us like slaves. They beat us
What?
like
That's
slaves.
the mama way. Ain't
Doesn't
nobody
matter.
dad talk to that way. I ain't saying that way, but we do need to go back just to like the little thing that work.
Anytime my child,
Ain't nothing wrong with
have your
not
mama
telling the kid
ever
everything because
apologized
you may be going to
as a
smoke a
child?
J.
As a child, did your mama ever apologize to you?
My mama black, man.
Hell,
A black woman ain't
exactly.
finna apologize.
Exactly. Me, I'm gonna apologize to my children. If I do something wrong,
Mhm.
or if I tell them something wrong, or if I hurt they whatever the kid, I'm gonna because I want them to have that line of communication with me. I am your father. I'm taking care of you, but that don't mean I ain't not your fucking master.
Mhm.
So if you ask me, hey daddy, where you going? I go, what's wrong with saying, hey, I'm finna run to the store real quick to grab, and I'll be back. Instead of saying, oh, I'm grown, mind your business.
Because a lot of times it depends on what you're doing. If you're going to do something nefarious, do you not want to tell your kids
Like
all
what?
that? You might be going to smoke a J.
Okay, I tell my kids that.
Nah, see, that's too much.
We're
See, that's
different parents,
information.
and we're different parents, and that's fine. If you want your kid to go out in the world and not know what the fuck it is, and let somebody else introduce them to it, then by all means. But me, I'm gonna let my children know, hey, daddy smoke. I'm gonna go outside. I'm gonna smoke my blunt. They also know that it's medicinal.
Well, I'm not.
You know what I'm saying? Just like, when you gonna teach your child about gun safety?
Yeah,
But you'll teach about gun safety, but you won't teach them about you smoking weed. But you do it.
it ain't about what I'm doing. It is about setting the best example.
So if you setting the best example,
Mhm.
would be not doing it.
Of course.
Oh, but you're gonna do it. So if you're gonna do it, so you're gonna do it, and then you're gonna hide it from them or not tell them what I'm doing. That makes perfect sense.
It's not hiding in front of them.
Because you're
It's
talking about
everything.
being
Is,
an example. If you're gonna be
everything
the
is-
example that you're talking about,
it-
example. I used to get on these niggas in the military all the time. Real leaders
Mhm.
lead from the front.
Mhm.
So if you a leader and you're gonna say, hey, I'm not gonna the kids need good examples, then and I don't want to tell them about me smoking, then I probably shouldn't be smoking.
It's
I want
like-
to tell them about drinking,
this
then I
is-
probably shouldn't be drinking.
And that's not necessarily because I'm an adult. They're a child. So let me tell you
Doesn't
like
matter.
this: if I'm going to smoke And I don't want my kid thinking that it's okay to smoke while they're young. If I see my kid smoking at 15, 13, 14 years old, I want to come to my kid and say, hey, yo, you don't need to be smoking. If I'm smoking and they
You
know
ain't
I'm
15.
smoking,
You're not 15.
but this is what I'm telling
You
you.
just said you're an adult, so teaching them properly,
Mhm.
they're gonna understand. Hey, first off, I'm 33 years old.
Mhm.
Of course, I can fucking smoke, and I'm gonna tell you that I'm smoking. You are fucking 15.
Mhm.
You can't do it. When you get of legal age, then we can have that
That's not
conversation.
how life works, J-Lid.
That is how life works.
Anybody, any
That
child,
is.
especially once they get to that age, they're gonna think you do it. You think it's okay for you to do. I want to do it
As an
too.
adult,
They don't.
as
Kids
an
don't
adult,
hear
they
all that.
do. We didn't do it. Our parents didn't teach us. They said shit like, oh, I'm grown. I'm minding my. That's what our parents did. If you educate your child, they should know.
Mhm.
Hey, I'm smoking. I'm grown as fuck. I wasn't smoking at 15.
Mhm.
I wasn't drinking at 15.
Mhm.
I wasn't doing all this bullshit at 15.
Mhm.
I did this shit when I was grown in my own house, paying my own bills. When you get to that
Did
place
your-
in your life,
Did your mom smoke in front of you?
my mom don't smoke.
Did your dad smoke in front of you?
Didn't have a relationship.
Okay, so your mom did smoke in front of you, and you
My
end up
mom-
and you
My
end.
mother did not smoke.
She did not smoke, but you end up you smoke in front of your kids, or you let your kids know you're going to smoke.
I smoke in front of my kids. I know I'm going to smoke.
So
Whatever the case may be.
it done got worse to another generation. So you smoke in front of your kids. So what you think your kids gonna do in front of their kids?
What's wrong with smoking in front of my kids?
I'm just asking you.
And I'm just asking you. I'm asking you the same thing. What's wrong with smoking in front of my kids? Did your grandma smoke? My grandma used to smoke cigarettes with me sitting on her lap.
Well, nobody ain't smoke no weed.
So
J-Lid.
what's the fucking difference?
Weed is weed, nigga.
Weed is legal, nigga.
Weed is not legal.
Yes, it
Not
is.
in Florida, it's not.
Yes, it
It's-
is. I
it's
have a
medical
medical
legal.
marijuana card, so that makes it legal for me, right?
For you.
Exactly. I didn't say it was legal for everybody. I said it was legal for. So when I smoke it, I can legally smoke it. Did your mama drink in front of you?
No.
My parents
So
did.
you mean to tell? So y'all ain't.
I knew my dad drank. I
Did
knew
your-
my dad
my
smoked,
parents-
but
my
they
mom used
didn't
to
do
have
it in
parties.
front of you.
So y'all parents ain't never had no parties at the house,
Bro, they didn't do that stuff in front of you when we were growing
So
up. And
your
you know
parents,
that,
what you're telling me is your parents did not have
Other
parties.
relatives, my mama ain't.
So-
the kid was in
So
a whole
your
other
parents-
room.
Have you ever seen Mike Tyson box?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure when you saw him box, we was kids when he was
Mhm.
boxing. I'm pretty sure when you saw him box, it was at somebody's fight party.
I can't remember about that.
You can't remember. I bet you can't. I'm telling you, it probably was at somebody's fight party because you didn't watch this shit on your own.
Mhm.
You was a child. You was at somebody's fight party, and I guarantee they was drinking.
Mhm.
They were probably playing dominoes, gambling, smoking, all
But
that.
they used to have the kids in the other room.
Doesn't matter. It's still doing
It's
it.
a difference. That's
It's
what I'm
still
saying.
doing it. And when you walk out that room half thirsty, you still see and you know what they're doing. We're not foolish. We know that they drinking, they smoking,
but
they
it's
doing
about
all that.
respect. It's about respect.
For who?
The kids. It's respect for their innocence. It's respect for their influence.
These the same parents that wouldn't even tell you where they was going.
There's
Talk about
nothing
respect.
wrong with. It's not about.
telling- hey, I'm telling
Cause
this nigga
that's
like-
not disrespect. Me
That
not
is.
letting you know my every move. But
It's not about letting you know your every move. Just let me know where you're going. I'm your child, bro.
that's not no big deal, J-Lid. But smoking in front of the kids, it's not. I'm not judging you for doing it because I know plenty of people doing it.
Based on
But I'm just telling you.
only God can judge me. You said I didn't work on my relationship with God, so only God can judge me
Mhm.
anyway.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But if I decide to smoke in front of my children, if I decide to drink in front of my children, whatever I decide to do in front of my children, I'm gonna always educate them. I go home, I leave my gun right on the counter.
Mm.
Right on the counter. Why? Because that's my first house, that's my gun. I want you to know what it's for.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Understand that this is for protection of our family.
Mhm.
This is not a toy.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? If you educating your kids properly, bro,
Mhm.
they're smart as fuck.
I think you're giving kids too much.
These
That
jokers
type
are-
of leeway.
First off, these kids are millionaires, bro.
Who? What kid a millionaire, bro?
What kid? Lele's one of them.
Who that?
Exactly.
We talk about novelty acts, bro. I'm talking
But
about. I'm talking
still,
about your average
that
kids.
they're
Average
smart,
kids
they're
are
smart,
broke.
They're smart enough, but these kids, none of these kids are average, bro. These kids are making fucking TikToks. They coding. You know, kids are coding, bro. Roblox. That's nothing but code.
Bro, these kids.
Have you played Roblox?
These kids committing suicide as an astronomical rate. bro.
Have you played
But they're
Roblox?
exposed to too much.
That's what I'm keep trying to tell him.
Because they're smart as fuck. So how do they even know what suicide is? They know what
because they're
suicide.
exposed to it online. They can even go
Bro,
online.
you giving
on
these
TikTok,
kids too
shout
much
So
out.
they're
credit,
smart
bro. You
enough to
got
go
grown
find
folks
out
that's
what
like idiots now.
suicide is, bro. That means that means they're smart.
Mm-mm.
That means they're smart, bro.
No, bro. That just means they've been exposed and they don't
Right.
understand the stuff that they've been exposed to. Just like with you smoking in front of them, they don't understand that. They just think, oh yeah, daddy's smoking in front of me. They don't understand that smoking brain cancer. They don't understand that, no, I mean, I can smoke something and that shit could trip me out one day and I
How
could
do
lose
you-
my mind. They
how
don't
do you
understand
know
all that.
How do you know that?
They don't, bro.
My
That's why I
kids-
say you giving
listen,
kids too
I
much
can't-
credit.
Okay, I can't speak for y'all kids.
Okay.
I'm gonna speak for my kids.
Okay.
My kids are extremely intelligent.
So
And
they
understand way more than you giving them credit for. My kids understand a lot.
know
My
what a
kids
lace
can wa-
blunt
My
smell
kids
like.
can watch this show and dissect it.
They
If
know
I
what a
let
lace
them.
blunt smell like.
No, because daddy don't smoke lace blunts.
Let me tell you this. I know.
So if daddy
I
don't
know.
smoke- so if daddy doesn't smoke lace blunts, why the fuck would they know what it smell like?
But this is what I'm saying. They may be trying weed. I know young people, bro, that smoke weed when they were young and they never got their mind back, bro. That shit is dangerous, bro.
I feel you.
I know
because
niggas
they
that's
were uneducated and they was doing it with whoever the fuck they did it with. Anybody in the damn street, which is the point I'm making right now.
Mhm.
Not allow them to do it in the street, to let them know that what I'm doing and how to get it medically, how to make sure that it's the right thing, not just out here grabbing it from anybody. Tom, Dick, and Harry, as the old people would say,
Mhm, but-
because your parents kept you from it.
Mhm.
Now I'm gonna go talk to John, and John said, I got this, woo, woo. And now they're gonna do it. Now they're smoking the fucking lace blunt.
But well, at least if that happened, bro, you have on your side to say, well, at least I taught my child the right thing, bro.
How are you talking the right thing when they out there sneaking and doing? That's not the right thing, J-Dub.
Kids gonna sneak and do whatever they do, but at least I put the best example forward that I could put forward. You know what I mean? That you won't say that I was all around smoking around. You wasn't putting the best example for it. The best. I ain't talking about each okay example. I'm not saying I don't know you what your parenting skills.
Yeah,
judging you on that, but I'm just saying the best example for it. You just avoid a lot of things, and then you can you'll have more ground to stand on as a child. Because even now, you look back on stuff that your parents did, and you say, man, that was some bullshit. She wouldn't tell me where I was going. Your kid may look back on some shit you do it like, man, that motherfucker was smoking in front of me. That nigga ain't give a fuck. So when your kid come around you, and they like, man, I'm finna smoke a J in front of Pops right now.
And not create this trauma around our kids, but we're doing it, and we're doing it too in a different way.
We're doing it worse, but we thinking somebody not telling us where we going is worse than smoking in front of the kid.
So your kids know about gun and all of that, so they know about sex too, right? You had the sex.
Well, no, my kids not old enough to know about.
So why not? If they old enough to know about,
because that's not something that I display in front of them. But they know about everything that I display in front of them. I'm not fucking in front of them. So sex ain't something. But what they do,
but why not?
They
though?
do know.
But why
kids,
not?
They do know where kids come from.
But why not?
They know
though?
where kids come from. So I guess they do know about.
But
sex.
why not though?
I just told you. They
But
know
why not?
They know where kids come from.
I know. Say why won't you do it in front of them? I know you don't. But I want to hear why wouldn't you?
Because that's just weird as fuck, and it's against the law.
I think it's against the law to smoke in front of the kid too. Yes.
DCF.
I don't.
Yeah.
I don't think so. I don't think it's against the law to smoke. Maybe to smoke with the kids, but in front of them, they're gonna see it regardless, bro. What am I hiding? What am I hiding? I don't hide nothing from my kids.
I don't think it's about hiding. It's just about, like I say, setting the best example.
Keeping the child a child.
Yeah, keeping the child. Everything they don't need to know. Leave the imagination safe.
Social media has done it already. We can no longer keep them.
See,
from
that's a cop out, bro. Don't put them on social
media.
media. Kids don't got to have no damn
You
social
can't
media.
control what they're like. You just said
Yes, you
can't-
can control.
They're not always with you, bro. They're not always with you. They're not always with you. So you cannot control them being on social media. Did your parents control you being on social media? Did your parents control you
downloading one now when we was kids?
They did. My mom did control, but like I say, they control certain things that I did. But like you say, you're gonna get into certain things, but you're gonna understand that, hey, that's not something my parents taught me. That's something that I got in on my own as an adult. Even stuff like me, like you say, I smoke weed. That's not nothing I got from my parents.
True.
You know what I mean? That's something that I discovered on my own. But you know what I mean? I can't sit back and be like, yo, they didn't tell me what I was doing. Boom, boom, boom. I'm mad about that. I gotta salute them for like, yo.
They said they want you to. They asked me to read the comments because you don't let a nigga know when they comment.
Oh, I got you right here. He said that's real. Kids definitely don't understand fully. You have to tell
Shout
them
out to Miss
right from
Price.
wrong.
She all in this thing.
We said exactly. My Leah Price. He said exactly. My parents pushed me to get my medical card when they found out I was smoking. They said I wouldn't smoke around my children only because of the harmful secondhand smoke, but I would be open about what I'm doing. Let's see if we can go back up. See what we got. Somebody say I agree with Jake Leary. Let them kids know at home. It says best to educate your kids about your marijuana usage. Same with guns, like he said, so they'll know how to be safe around it and to avoid it.
Right. I've done crack around my kids.
Crack, stop it.
Yeah, you probably wanted the. I had a student bring
Mhm.
crack to school, and I had a student bring a bullet. They bringing all these things because, like,
Because the parents just thinking like,
Because their
yo,
parents are not
let it all
educating them because their parents are doing shit.
I'm okay with
and then
educating them,
hiding
but
it.
at a certain age, though, like
This-
the
that's-
age
Kids
that
gonna
they-
find shit. You go, they see you come in the house and you sneaking and you doing. They're gonna look for that. But if you say, "Hey, this is what this is. This is dangerous. This is not for children. This is not what you're supposed to play with. It's not what you're supposed to touch or do." Then they are less likely to do it. But if
Mhm.
you come in there, and you hiding and you putting in, and they see you stash and stuff. Of course, the kid gonna.
You ain't hiding the same thing like what your mom was saying. Like, yo, what you going to do? I'm going to mind my business. Go do your what I asked you to go do, and they're not
That
going to
don't
see
mean
you hiding.
you
it.
still can tell them. Say, "Hey, man,
I don't
this
tell
is
these
my
kids.
well, Daddy, what you
nothing.
doing? Hey, man, this is my gun. I'm gonna go put my gun up because it's not a toy.
You can tell them I have a gun, boom, 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 but they don't need to see it. You can show
Why
them a video.
not? Why not, bro? They need to know. What if I'm not there? What
The
happens?
gun shouldn't be there.
What? Why not?
All right, should
If
be
they
locked
have,
up.
if they know safety, go. Okay. So the gun is locked up,
Mhm.
and somebody breaks in the house, and your child don't know where the gun at, how to load it,
They
how to
should
use it.
know other ways to protect themselves and not a gun.
Like-
A
like
child
what?
shooting a gun, you know how a gun fire you back, right?
I
So-
feel you, but these
You say you
that,
give
that,
me
that must be
kids.
that must be in the black community because white kids at
Mhm.
fucking 5 years old know how to shoot guns. They teach their kids gun safety. It's just us in our communities like we not. Oh, don't do that. They have to. We need to do it the most.
I would have to see that to believe that.
I can show you. I
You-
can show
he
you.
talking about
you go
social
YouTube right
media.
now and pull up
That's
a video.
social media.
That is not, bro. I know it's not social media, bro. These
Somebody, a
know
grown
their
ass
gun.
man, run down on one of them kids with a gun, and they got a gun. Them
If they
kids that
breaking
don't
into
go
the
stand.
house, bro.
Yes, it's not no other kids breaking in the house. This might be some
Right.
real life gunmen. You think you really thinking kids finna get the drop on some grown people?
real life gunman? Because how many niggas? First off, half niggas don't know how to shoot.
You giving
So
the, you
let's
you
stop-
giving
let's
the
stop-
kids
let's
more
stop acting
credit
like
than the
it's
niggas that's
SWAT
breaking
in
in.
the fucking house. Let's stop acting like it's SWAT
But
breaking
I'm
in
just
the house.
saying,
It's
though,
a
you
nigga that
giving
don't
the
know how to
kids
shoot,
more
who gonna shoot the
credit.
gun like this. First off,
You giving the kids more credit than the man is
I'm
breaking
giving
in.
somebody who's educated on know how to use a firearm more credit than
They
anybody.
still a child, bro.
Because it doesn't
Experience is
matter.
everything.
I guarantee if I teach my child how to properly shoot and you walk in the house, don't know what the fuck you doing, he gonna knock your ass down.
If he's lucky.
You don't know how to shoot. You probably gonna be doing some shit like this. The recoil is gonna miss out the gate because this is not how you hold a gun. That's in most niggas that break into your house, that's how they gonna hold a gun. But if you educate your child on how to properly use a firearm, the recoil is not even gonna matter.
I would rather teach them things on how to get out the house, hide
Well,
somewhere,
they can't get out the house, bro. What are they
hide
can't?
somewhere,
You
do
always
some
have
other
to- you have
things.
to
I'm not
plan
gonna
for
put my
worst case
child on the
scenario.
other behind the gun like that.
So you rather your child just not defend themselves at all, just hide, and the person come in the house and finding last hide,
I mean,
opposed to having them at least hide with a firearm and they know how to use it properly. Anyway, we Tyrion, man. Hey,
Why they at home anyways by
that's
themselves?
what I'm saying. But I don't want. I like to. I like to stay with the sake of the argument. But
so who says that they they
You
home,
did.
if they home by themselves? Like, so y'all parents leave y'all home by yourself?
they shouldn't,
Absolutely not.
especially if you know it's somebody breaking in. If you know you gotta have
you
a
being
gun.
the exception. Most of us black kids were left home by ourselves. So that should happen. What happens when they of age and they still left home by themselves? 15, 16, 17 years old.
She
Now
talking
that's no longer a little kid.
Ah,
Well,
That's
at
still-
that age, I see them learning, like going to like a police camp or something like that and learning gun at that age, teenagers. Yes.
Somebody say my big bro actually right on this point. Teach the kids young.
You should, bro. You should. They
He
should know
said-
gun safety. They should know how to use it. They should know all that. But anyway, man, it's getting late. We was late. I appreciate you, Miss Epiphany, for joining the conversation as always, man. And we finna get ready to get out of here because I got a Taco Tuesday event that I'm supposed to be going to. So I'm finna go have me some tacos. But before we get out of here, man, you know, J Doug can go ahead and cue my music. I always gotta leave y'all with my final words of wisdom. And hey, my brother, Film Rat. I don't know if you know Film Rat, but he's like one of the biggest videographers. I don't know. I think he might be in Atlanta, Miami. He be traveling. But anyway, he posted something today, and I'll share it for my final words. And what he said was, one good year change your life forever.
Reminiscing about when we were close
Boy, Jay Lyric, and
friends.
has been
Got
another
me
intimate
thinking about
conversation.
cutting off whoever
Well,
I'm
holla.
talking to. Don't want no one to interfere with me getting closer to you. Sweet lady, don't wanna waste time. Don't mean to be disrespectful, but tell him you gotta go. I've been peeping you from a distance, and mind the way you move. Damn, baby, it's something about you. You made me wanna change my ways. Tell him I got a girl up there asking when we ain't even together. It's just something about you that I can't shake. Give me your heart, girl, I know it's at stake. Block every number in my phone that ain't you, cause you're the only one I wanna talk to. Tell the homies that I can't make it tonight. Just wanna lay down by your side. Make this thing last forever. No better place I'd rather be than together. Bonnie and Clyde, know we want like a queen of slam for you. There's nothing I won't do.